pledging allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oops. Apologize for that. Welcome, everybody. All of our councilmen are here today, so council people, I'm sorry. So that's great. First item is to entertain a motion to approve the agenda as posted and sent to the news media 24 hours prior to the meeting.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Mr. Lamos, second by Mr. Holmstrom. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next is the leadership statement. The City of Hampton endeavors at all times to promote and model the principles of professionalism, trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. In conducting this evening's meeting, we expect that all participants will act in a respectful manner consistently with these principles. Next, we got the council workshop report from September 8th. That is available online. I won't read that to you for obviously reasons. But we do actually have a mayoral proclamation regarding responsible dog ownership, and I will take care of that for right now. And this is a proclamation for Responsible Dog Ownership Day in Hampton, in City of Hampton, Iowa, on Saturday, September 20th, 2025. Whereas the American Kennel Club promotes responsible dog ownership through programs such as Canine Good Citizen and permanent animal identification, such as tattoo and microchipping. Whereas the American Kennel Club established AKC Responsible Dog Ownership Day on September 17th, the day of its founding in 1884, to promote all aspects of responsible dog ownership, including proper veterinary care, safety around children, and obedience training and licensing, which are essential to a happy and healthy bond between a dog and its owner. Whereas hundreds of AKC member and licensed clubs, as well as other animal organizations across the country, recognize AKC Responsible Dog Ownership Day and have committed to educating the public about responsible dog ownership through local events and demonstrations. Whereas every dog deserves a responsible, educated, and respectful owner. Therefore, I, Steve Bertzel, Mayor of Hampton, Iowa, do hereby proclaim September 20th, 2025 as AKC Responsible Dog Ownership Day. Thank you. Next item on the agenda. Oh, one thing. I've got some card from a dog trainer that I was out at Mains Grove last Friday and Saturday. If anybody's interested or know anybody that could use one of them, this guy, I believe she's based out of Owl Falls, but she does the whole area, Hampton, Ackley, Owl Falls, Alden. We're in our area, and she does really good work from what I've seen. So we got her if we need that. Next, I'd like to open it up for public comment. If anybody has any public comment this evening?
Hello. My name is Jean Fay. September is National Suicide Prevention Month, and I would like to ask the council to consider an annual proclamation to commemorate it. Suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in the United States. According to the CDC, over 49,000 people died by suicide in 2023. That is one death every 11 minutes. 12.8 million seriously thought about suicide, 3.7 million made a plan for suicide, and 1.5 million attempted suicides. On September 2nd, Senior Life Solutions team from Franklin General Hospital held an event at Van Shell Park to honor those lost to suicide and to highlight suicide prevention and mental health. Senior Life Solutions provides counseling and mental health support to seniors in our community, which is a population that is often overlooked when it comes to mental health. The acronym FACTS can be used to remember the signs of suicidal behavior. F, feelings, helplessness, worthlessness, or fear of hurting oneself. A, action, increased substance abuse or reckless behavior, giving away possessions. C, changes, drastic shifts in behavior or personality. T, threats, verbal threats like I won't be around much longer, or I have nothing to live for, or creating a specific plan. And S, situations, a recent crisis or life stressor such as a loss or financial trouble. ACE is a simple model for intervening if someone is at risk. A, ask. Ask directly, are you thinking about suicide? Or are you feeling like you're a burden? C, care. Gently show that you care by listening without judgment and being empathetic. And E, escort. Take the person to a trusted adult, mental health professional, or an emergency room. You may not be aware that there was another school shooting in Colorado yesterday due to the lack of media coverage. It is the 13th school shooting in Colorado since Columbine, the 14th overall. Fortunately, Iowa has not seen this many school shootings yet. Since our legislators refuse to enact any gun controls and it's impossible to legislate mental health, it is important for our local communities to advocate and educate people about things like mental health, the 988 Suicide and Crisis Prevention Hotline, and the hotline for the LGBTQ plus community at 866-488-7386, offered by the Trevor Project, to aid people in getting the help they need to hopefully get this epidemic under control. A proclamation from the City Council highlighting Suicide Prevention Month each year would be an effective way to start, because we must start somewhere. I would love to see more advocacy and promotion in the future. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Very good. Thank you, Jean. Anybody else with public comment this evening? Hearing none, we will move on. We have no public hearings. We have no old business to attend to. So we'll move on to our new business, and this is to consider a parade route for the Light Up the Night.
Hello again.
Yes.
Yeah, we took to the ground, well, Emily took to the ground Tuesday night after the workshop here for us. And we would like to keep the parade route, the same parade route, Aquatic Center to Van Shell Park. And then our day event, we are wanting, if it's nice outside and if it's even if it's cold, want to keep that same 4 block that we've done previously. We did find an alternative for Santa to be downtown, more centrally located to everything, so that is what we are requesting.
So,
All right.
what location did
Go
you
ahead.
find?
Ryan and Kelsey Card's place, they'll let us have Santa in there, and then we'll still do the trolley pickup and stuff at Peace Plaza, and then just go around that block, so they'll be a little bit separated, but,
Thank you.
yeah.
Pretty close, yeah.
Right.
Is the
Mr.
trolley going to be pulled by horses again, or
Yes.
was there a question about that before? Couldn't get horses, or?
We kind of just take whatever we can get, mules, horses.
Anything with 4 legs.
So,
Lineman?
Right.
That would work too.
all right.
Yeah.
Mr. Holmstrom.
Just a quick question. Last year, the Franklin REC provided some inverters to help with the lighting. Are they planning on doing that this year?
Yes, yep, we provide any parade entry with an inverter so they can get, it plugs into their cigarette lighter. I know newer vehicles, some don't have those. Or they plug into a battery, like if you had like a battery pack backup or anything, it plugs right into that.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions?
The one nice thing about, I mean, it's trivial on one end of it, that, well, we're just going to ask the Cards to open up their building. But the second half of that is you're showcasing a business or a building that's for sale. And people can come in and say, oh, well, Santa Claus is nice, and the kids are nice, and everybody's nice, but boy, I could see a wall over here and shelving over here, and maybe get this building moved. So it's excellent use of an empty building.
Yes.
Any other questions?
Drugstore next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
Get it ready for us.
Yeah, window,
Yeah,
because you could have window displays.
Yeah.
A window display contest of some sort, or businesses sponsor it.
yeah.
I'm thinking.
But we're all gonna think positive thoughts, and we're gonna have the best weather ever for that. And,
Exactly.
And everything's
Yep.
gonna go through the Peace Plaza, and everybody's gonna be happy, and, but I appreciate your moving and finding an alternate stop, and keeping the trolley route display, that helps a lot, so. All right, any other questions at this point? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve the parade route for light of the night for November 29th, 2025.
I'll make a motion for the light up the night parade.
And motion by Mr. Lamos, second by Ms. Griefy. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. You're set to go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We're 79 days away.
There you go.
Yes.
But
We're
who's
not worried,
counting?
but you're not counting, right? All right, perfect. Next, we got to pay some bills, so I'd entertain a motion to approve the claims as submitted by the staff in the amount of $143,701.16.
I would make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Holmstrom, second by Mr. Davies. Any further discussion on the claims? If not, we'll put it to a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have no ordinances or resolutions this evening. Brings us down to our consent agenda. This includes the approving the previous meeting minutes as drafted for Thursday, August 28th, 2025, and schedule the next regular session for Thursday, September 25th, 2025 at 6 o'clock in the City Council chambers. Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Palmer, second by Ms. Rhodey. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. And just right on down to the staff reports. Chief Morrison.
Yeah, all I have for tonight is the upcoming homecoming week, next week, and so we've been working with the school on event planning and getting people where they need to be for the next week. Other than that, I'll just entertain questions.
Mr. Palmer?
Do we ever find a home or a place or whatever for Sean Walker's dog?
The last I knew was out at Beads Lake.
Okay. All right. Because I think that's one of those things that could easily just kind of come back
Yeah,
to town.
we've been watching,
Good, good,
keeping track,
good, thank you.
and staying in contact with his mother, because his
Okay.
mother's kind of the caretaker right now.
Okay, good.
Good. All right. Mr. Holmstrom?
Just a question on your monthly report. No criticism at all, I'm just questions. You have juveniles and missing persons, and last month it says 6, and cited was 0, of course, but does that mean we had 6 missing children, or what
No.
exactly does that mean?
That's how they're logged in the call. So juveniles, kind of a broad thing. Anytime we get called to the school or anything that involves a juvenile, it gets logged as a juvenile call.
Okay.
Those are kind of the call breakdowns.
Okay. And the other one was, the question I had was thefts, and it said we had 13 thefts, but only one guy cited, one person cited.
Mm-hmm.
It seems strange for me here, there was 13 thefts, but only one person was cited. Is there?
Yeah, I'd have to pull up each individual one of those calls to see what the breakdown was there.
You can just generalize maybe what type they were? I don't really care.
There
I don't
was a
care
lot-
really what they were.
Yesterday, 2 days ago, there was a trailer stolen. There was a lawnmower stolen down on South Federal. Those are the only 2 I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay, just kind of misdemeanor, some of them, most misdemeanor
Mhm.
thefts and things like that. Okay,
And one coincided with the county, so, but yes.
okay, thanks.
I'd have to look at the breakdown.
Yeah, yeah.
I just figured one guy stole 13 things.
No.
In the bag. Anybody else? Any other questions for Mr. Chief Morrison? I don't hear any. Thank you, sir. Mr. Tarr is absent this evening. He's on vacation, I believe. So we will move to Mr. Dunt, City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor. I attended a housing conference last week, and a substantial amount of the information revolved around Thriving Communities designation, which is a state designation that communities can apply for and be awarded. There's a limitation on the number of communities that get awarded that. And the main benefit of being awarded that is increased points towards more property tax credits or property tax credits towards for the developer on a project. So it's an incentive for a developer to do a project in those communities. There were also state officials there to provide guidance on navigating the state tax credit program. The key to having a successful Thriving application is a local coalition of stakeholders and partnerships, which I'm working with Mary Amsbaugh at FCDA on building that coalition. Working on the annual urban renewal report, and all the boxes there are an indication that our financial audit was conducted. Although she has completed her work in the council chambers, she will now go through more processes at her office. Not sure when it'll be completed and presented to the council. I think the process went smoothly. I've been working on some possible options for additional soccer fields, but nothing to report on yet. The pharmacy asbestos removal is moving along. It's a tedious and time-consuming process. And we'll be having asbestos removal completed on 2 residential properties in the community that the city acquired through the 657A. And that will be taking place within the next few weeks. And some of you may have noticed that Heartland Asphalt has begun the milling process on South Federal Street as part of our HMA project. It's a dusty process, but we just ask for everyone's patience. And I'm waiting to get information on the questions regarding the dog registration raffle and potential registration of fee waivers that was discussed at Monday's workshop. And when I get information, I will present it to the council. So, any questions?
I did see on the Facebook feed about the housing meeting. I thought, God, I wonder if we were there, but it was basically a Mason City Clear Lake corridor thing, which the site I saw, so I figured, well, they wouldn't have anybody else. But were there other area towns? What other area towns besides Mason City Clear Lake?
That were awarded?
No, that were just there or part of
Oh,
the,
many. I think there was 1,000 people at this,
Oh, good.
at this conference.
Good.
Yeah, that's what they said.
that's excellent.
Yeah.
Good.
So what do they do for the communities that aren't thriving? They're the ones that need it.
Well, the thriving designation is an application process, and it's a quite an extensive application. And you build this coalition of stakeholders such as large employers in the community, whether it be industrial or large commercial or hospital or schools, things like that. Partnerships with county, city, things like that, nonprofits. And so they have to see that it's more than just the city knocking at the door wanting to be designated a thriving community. You have to show that you really have the entire, people in place to make something happen. So I would note that there's 1,000 people there. They're not all cities, of course. There's developers there, and counties and cities and nonprofits. They had some sessions for nonprofits, and so quite a broad range of things.
Thank you.
One more. I did get asked today if we were ever going to think about doing another CDBG blighted housing program like we did in the past.
They have ended that
Okay.
program for now. I
For
mean,
now.
someday it might come back, but
Okay.
yeah, it's
I
done.
I didn't think we were going to be able to hit that again by tonight. I'd ask, so,
Yep.
all right, appreciate it.
Anybody else? I don't see any. Thank you, sir. Moved on to the council reports. We'll start with Mr. Lamos.
I have no comment.
All right, thank you. Mr. Palmer.
Well, I was kind of hoping Doug was here to hear this, but he can watch it on the replay. I've been doing some work with, some computer work with area cities. Williams, Iowa, Plymouth, Iowa, and Rockwell, Iowa. And when I'm there, we're doing upgrades and updates and things and just kind of killing time and awkward moments of like, what do you do here? And, the city of Williams, we talk about, why can't the cemetery be mowed better? Why can't this and that happen? Why can't, we have a lot of people, complaining about this. We only have a certain amount of people to get the job done. And if they work 40 hours, that's about it. And, we're not, unless it's a real circumstance, we don't want to, pay thousands of hours of overtime. But for example, Williams, the city of Williams has one guy. And I looked on the wall, and that one guy, he plows the streets. He's also their water guy. He's also their lagoon guy. The chemical truck showed up the other day and had to fill the chemicals for something that was at the city of Williams. City of Plymouth, one guy. He says that if he has to do concrete work, he calls the mayor's husband, and they come out and set the forms and screed the concrete and do all that. If they want to make a sidewalk, he's got to borrow the mayor's husband to come out and do that. Rockwell has two guys, and right now they have a big debate on sidewalks, and they got, like a lot of towns are kicking the can down the road because of the sidewalk issues. And I went to the city council meeting in Rockwell the other night, 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I'm looking at our time clock, and we'll maybe make a half hour. But, it's just, they have two guys there that are really on the ball, but they just have two guys. And so they've got a cemetery as well, and it takes time there too. So, I mean, if we can just be patient with our folks that are just trying to do the best they can, and you got these ash trees all over town that, we still have some that need to be taken down, and some of the cemetery, and just ask, lucky we're not Williams, Plymouth, or Rockwell, and they only have 1 or 2 people to do all that stuff, so. Anyway, that was my ideal on that, and it was a good time to see how the Rockwell City Council meeting went, and that was just kind of open discussion. All of a sudden, you talk about something, and somebody from the crowd are just shouting an idea out, and I thought, oh, wow, that's weird. So, anyway, that's my report.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Grody. All right, thank you. Where am I? Mr. Davies.
Well, on August 13th, the Main Street America came to visit for the reaccreditation of the Chamber Main Street program, but we have yet to hear any results. So I just wanted to share that because people have been asking. And I'm not sure why we've reached out, but I think they're just backlogged or something. 3 permanent memorial benches have been installed in Banshell Park. I wanted to thank the Pitzer family, the Van Cleek family, and the Bus family for paying for those, and we just have to still install the plaques, memorial plaques that need to go on the benches. But they've been installed, so they look pretty nice, so check that out. I want to thank the Hampton Kiwanis for putting the flags up today and taking them down, of course, for Patriots Day. And Hamilton starts Friday at the Windsor Theater, same schedule, same price. So hope to see you there. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Griefy.
I'm very thankful for the proclamation for Responsible Dog Ownership Day on September 20th. I am, however, frustrated and disappointed to share that the proclamation is all we are offering currently. I was really fired up about rewarding one of our responsible dog owners in town for having their pet registered and vaccinated, and I don't know when that's going to happen. I was told there isn't enough time to check into the legalities of a raffle drawing, and why do we have to call it a raffle is my question. Why can't we call it a reward or a positive recognition? It works for the image of pride. People don't have to pay to play, and they still get chamber bucks. I was told we had to check into the legalities of waiving the registration fee for those unregistered owners so that they could be part of the drawing and avoid the pay-to-play conflict. But I really do feel like the gift that we have put together is enough to maybe inspire some non-registered owners to get their dog registered so they can be part of this. And in all fairness, all the other people that are registered have already paid. So, it's just not fair. I was told that the City Hall staff is too busy at this time with utility billing, vacations, election paperwork, and I truly can respect that. I do. But heck, print me up a list of the 89 responsible dog owners, and I'll throw them in a hat and draw a winner. And hopefully we're never too busy to accept new registrations. It was suggested that perhaps the Chamber could pull off this initiative, but I feel very, very strongly that this lack of registrations and lack of updated vaccinations is a city problem and our responsibility. It's up to us to protect our citizens and enforce our codes. And I'm going to go back on some things that I've said before. According to the national averages, Hampton should have about 2,000 canine citizens. And out of that 2,000, only 89 of them are registered. During the 3 years that I've been on the city council, we've had 2 vicious dog bite occurrences each year. And each one of them have not been registered, or their vaccinations have lapsed, or the owners just simply didn't bother. We attempted to pass a new section of our vicious dog ordinance to expedite the code enforcement, and that failed. So I feel like we've let people down. This is a city problem. It's not a chamber responsibility, and it's up to us to get creative and to inspire our citizens and to enforce our codes. So I'm hoping, and I was told by the mayor that we would continue on with this, so I'm hoping that our mayor, my fellow city councilors, our city manager, our city clerks, our police department, our code enforcement officer will continue to move forward with this. Come up with initiatives to inspire Hampton dog owners to step up and do the right thing for their dogs and for their fellow citizens. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Holmstrom.
Well, like many of you, I came to tonight's meeting with kind of a heavy heart when I think about that it's been 24 years and we're talking about the anniversary of 9/11. And this week especially with the slaying of the young lady in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the assassination of Charlie Kirk yesterday. I remember, it's not that long ago, but on my first council meeting, I said that I was praying for you all, the local leaders, and our state leaders, and our federal leaders. And I'm asking especially that all of you continue and help with your prayers for wisdom and strength so that they make correct decisions that are pleasing to God. I know that every council meeting we say our Pledge of Allegiance, and our oath says one nation under God, and I'm just so afraid that too many of us have forgotten that part of the Pledge of Allegiance, one nation under God. So I guess that's what I'm asking.
Thank you. All right, move on to the mayor's report very quickly. First item on here is responsible dog ownership. And basically, where I'm at with that is, it's just like we talked about on Monday. We had a lot of good ideas floating around here as soon as we got talking about it. So let's not lose sight of those and let them fall. Let's keep them in the air, keep the balls in the air, if you will. And if we want to do some activities, let's work at it as a council. We did mention the chamber, they're more geared for doing contests, stuff like that, if you will, in my opinion. But for, like the house thing, I can't.
Image of pride.
Image of pride. I couldn't pull it up. That's something that the council does ourselves, basically, and we're not, putting more burden on our clerical staff and stuff like that. So we just need to make sure we keep that in mind when we're putting this stuff together, so that we're not overloading somebody, but we still want to do some stuff like this, and we want to have more than 82 dogs registered in the city of Hampton, I think. So at some we're going to keep it moving. I mean, and that's my pledge to you guys. Only other thing I got is your night of nomination papers are due to Becky or Kelsey by 9/18 by 5:00 p.m. Anybody that's running for office, the five people that are up for reelection, and myself. So just get them in there, and move forward. That's all I got.
Get a set trick or treat.
Oh,
Set trick or
you're
treat.
right. I got folk that's on the dog. Trick or treat, Halloween's coming up. We're gonna set that for Friday, October 31st, 2025, from 5 to 7 p.m. That gives this, if the Howling Howl wants to do that, they've got all day Saturday there, or the previous weekend, so.
Previous.
So I think we'll just do the night of Halloween and do that. Thank you for the reminder. With that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn the regular session of the city council.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Griefy, second by Mr. Palmer. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you. I keep waiting for one. I'm waiting for one that just doesn't